everyone, I'm Mama J, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to avoid this annoying little gap at the first chain of your foundation chain. When you've worked back to your row 1 and you crochet into that last chain, if you don't do your slip knot right, you're not going to be able to tighten up that little hook here. So what I would generally do is just use a needle and weave that in and out just to try to tighten up that little corner there. But if you do your slip knot correctly, then you're able to tighten that up and not have to worry about feeding that through. All right, so let's go ahead and do our slip knot. So normally, I've seen people show you how to do a slip knot where this tail is facing you. So if you do that, then you pull the working yarn. You pull the working yarn to tighten that loop down. And we need to be able to pull the strand, the tail, to tighten it down, but that's not going to work. So we want to tie our slip knot with that tail away from us. So we're just going to take the tail and wrap it around our fingers and feed that knot through, or feed the loop through. So when we tighten that slip knot down, we're taking the tail of our yarn and pulling it tight. So let's go ahead and just do a quick foundation row, and I want to leave that a little gappy here so I can show you what I mean about tightening that up. I'm just going to do a few in the foundation row, and then I'm just going to do some half double crochet just to hurry up and get to the end there. All right, so we're down to that last loop, and again, I've made it quite stretchy. It normally wouldn't look that gappy, but I wanted to be able to explain to you what I was doing here. So we're going to go into that last chain of our foundation chain. So if we had tied our slip knot with the tail facing us, we would not be able to tighten that up, but because we tied it with the tail facing away from us, then we can just take and push that little knot and close that right up. You can put that as tight as you want it just to close that up, and it looks a little gappy because I did leave that bigger, but I just wanted to show you how to tighten that. So let's just pull this out. I'm going to show you one more time. So the tail is going to be away from us and the working yarn is facing us, okay? So we're going to take that tail and just wrap it around and take and push it up through that loop that was on our fingers and pull that slip knot. So you always want to make sure that when you tighten that slip knot that you tighten it with the tail, because that's how we're going to be able to close up that last chain of that foundation chain. All right, so we're just going to do a couple here this time. All right, so the last one. Again, you can see how that's a little looser than what you would want it. So just push that knot right at the end and you've closed that right up. All right, so that was quick and simple. So again, we're just trying to avoid having this little gap at the corner of your work from your foundation chain, because we want to have that nice and tight and squared off. So do your slip knot with the tail facing away from you, and just make sure when you tighten your slip knot down that you're tightening it with the tail piece, and then you'll be able to close that loop up on the corner of your foundation chain. All right, well with that, I thank you for watching today, and until next time, have a great day.